So I went to my first ever card show, and it was the Reading card show in Reading, complete with Team Rocket-like branding, and I want to tell you exactly and honestly how I got on.
Welcome. You're joining me today as I get ready to go to my first ever card show. If you're anything like me, uncharted territory can be a little bit frightening. So I am a bit nervous, but I'm also super excited because I'm going to get some Pokemon cards today, guaranteed, and that's amazing. Becca is just getting ready at the moment. I'm dragging her along with me, and I'm going to be educating her this morning on exactly what I'm looking for so that she can kind of be my wing woman at the card show today. You might notice that, firstly, I have a face. I am in a play at the moment, and it was absolutely imperative that I was shaven for this part. So I've had to lose my beard. I'm extremely uncomfortable without my beard. It's like the last line of defense between my face and the rest of the world, and I hate it. I'm also just getting over a cold, so you might notice that I sound a bit more bunged up than usual, and apologies for that. Nothing I can do about it. They won't move the card show for me for some reason.
Quick PSA. No, not that PSA. Quick public service announcement. Future Mark here. I wasn't sure whether to upload this video at all, really. But one of the things I really wanted to be a staple of this channel when I started it all those weeks ago was honesty and transparency. Therefore, I think it's only fair I tell you about what sort of headspace I was in that day, because I believe it's really important that we do openly speak about our mental health. And as an Englishman, we are notoriously the worst in the world at talking about our feelings. Whether it was the lack of beard, the cold, stress from work, trying something new, or all of the above, I had a huge anxiety flare-up that day. And if it wasn't for my wife, I probably wouldn't have made it through the card show. So I just wanted you to know that if I don't seem like myself in this video, that's why. And if you happen to see me at the card show and came and said hi, I'm sorry if I didn't see myself there either, but just know that you absolutely made my day. Anyway, enough of that, back under the rug and on with the video.
What am I looking for at the card show today? Well, my entire experience of card shows comes from YouTube. I've never been to one. I've only ever seen YouTubers go to them, and often they have unlimited budgets. They will say they're going to complete an entire set in one video, and they will, and they'll spend thousands to make sure that they do. I don't have an unlimited budget. That's kind of the whole point of this channel. I said it in my first ever video. If that's the reason you're here, to see somebody drop loads of money on Pokemon cards, you're in the wrong place. However, if you want to see somebody trying to have fun with the hobby on a budget, you're in the right place. Hopefully, I can prove today that you can still enjoy the hobby and still enjoy card shows on a limited budget. And the budget is really important to my challenge today. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you will know that I really enjoy prehistoric creatures, and I've been musing about starting a collection of prehistoric Pokemon cards. Well, I thought today would be the perfect time to start. So my challenge is I have to get one of each of the Kanto prehistoric Pokemon. So it's Omanyte, Omastar, Kabuto, Kabutops, and of course, Aerodactyl. Doesn't matter from which set, it doesn't matter what rarity, they must be in okay condition because I'm going to want them for a collection, and they must be ungraded or raw because I don't want to have to break any plastic. And that might sound like an easy task. That's just 5 Pokemon to find. However, there's a budget. The budget is £50, so I can't spend more at all than £50. And the problem is, I might get tempted by other cards that aren't part of the challenge, and that comes out of the £50 too. So I'm going to have to remain focused and undistracted by any other Pokemon cards that I might want that happen to be on the tables in front of me. Now, the £50 budget does mean that roughly £10 per Pokemon. It should be doable. I'm hoping that some vendors will have a bit of bulk so I can go in and find some, really cheap versions of these Pokemon, and then maybe put a bigger price tag on a nice Aerodactyl or something. Although I do really love the Omanyte from 151, so if I happen to see that today, I will probably be wanting to purchase that. So, gonna make myself coffee, have some breakfast, and check in on Becca and then make sure she knows which Pokemon we're looking for today before we set off. These are the 5 Pokemon that we're looking for today. So this is Omanyte. Omanyte is based on an Ammonite, as the name might suggest.
A few moments later.
This one's from the Carboniferous era, so I think this is kind of similar to what we're looking for. On the star, that's Omanyte's evolution.
Okay.
So they're quite similar, so you're sort of looking for the same thing, but one's just bigger and beakier. Then we've got Kabuto. He's based on like a trilobite, and his evolution, Kabutops, one of my favourite Pokemon also. Sharp knives. It's like brown Scyther. You know Scyther?
Yeah.
And then finally, last but not least, we're looking for Aerodactyl. Right?
Okay.
These are the 5 Pokemon. I will send you these files.
It looks like top of Charizard, purple.
Purple Charizard.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now that's who we're looking for. They come in many forms, but I have a budget of £50,
Okay.
which means if you spot a £50 Aerodactyl, it's no good for me because I won't be able to get the other one.
I won't tell you.
Yeah, just don't tell me. Are you prepared? Are you ready? Do you know what to expect?
No.
No
No idea.
idea.
But yeah, let's go have an adventure.
Cool.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention my potential secret weapon. A binder. This has basically become a trade binder. It's just full of cards that I wouldn't mind giving away. This doesn't come out of my budget. So if somebody does happen to want to trade for any of the cards that are in here, they might not because they're not great cards, then, you know, I might be in luck. What is great though is how compact and easy this binder is going to be to take away with me. If you want to get one for yourself, follow the link in my description or use the code PokemonUK at the Voltex website to get 10% off your binder.
And away we go. I thought it was imperative to start the day with a bacon sarnie, obviously, and that didn't last long at all. And of course, a nice coffee. Now here's the venue. It was the Pavilion in Reading. It used to be a cinema, is now a church. It was an awesome venue, and when we got there, it was already busy. So good start. Managed to get this Omastar V for £1.50 straight away. So that's the budget down to £48.50, which is good. But then I got distracted by a couple of, what's it called? Cadabras. So unfortunately I took an extra £11 out of the budget with these Cadabras, which leaves us with not as much. And then spent an extra £1 on Toxel for Becca because she thinks he's cute. So we do have 2 of these. So I'm going to get these open now and we'll see if we pulled anything else. This was my first time opening Glory of Team Rocket, probably my only time. I do hope I get to open some destined rivals when it finally makes its way here to the UK. I will say I wasn't overly impressed. I didn't get any decent cards, but I did like some of the artworks at least. I then ducked into another room and forgot to film, or was too anxious to film, and found some bulk. I got Omastar, Kabutops and Aerodactyl, all for 50p, and I got an additional Aerodactyl for £8 and an additional Aerodactyl for £6.50, which brings the total spent so far down to £21.50. I then went to explore the main hall, which was equal parts amazing and equal parts overwhelming. And it was at this point I decided I needed to go outside and get some fresh air. Salvation. And no, the beer did not come out of the budget. It did give me a little bit of confidence maybe to go back in and try and find that Omastar. Break time's over. Back into the venue, back up the stairs and back to the tables. I really wanted to find that Omanyte from 151. That was my mission, and I wanted to find something maybe a bit different for Kabuto as well. Something maybe not as modern as what we'd been getting so far. And in part, I was successful, because £13 later, I had Omanyte. And although Becca kept trying to chuck extra change into the ring, I had only £8.50 left.
So didn't do a hell of a lot of filming in there. It was very busy and I got quite overwhelmed quite quickly.
Hello, me again. I know I'm doing a lot of talking in this video. This was post breakdown number 3 and I didn't film Kabuto at all. However, what I did do was go home, calm down and show you there. I made it home. I survived. It was a really interesting experience, actually. As somebody who's never been to a card show before, it was a bit of a learning curve, I guess. The event was really nicely organised. The venue was really cool. It was very hot, but there was a lot of bodies in there, so I suppose that happens, doesn't it? And the vendors were all really friendly and really nice. I have some anxieties about talking to people in public, so anything that kind of was awkward was more my fault than theirs. But I did manage to get all 5 of the Pokemon that I was looking for today, which is great. However, I did go over budget, and that was because I got distracted by these fellas. They came out of my budget and they weren't part of my task today. These 2 Kadabra cards, which will be going in my Kadabra collection. I know they're not real Pokemon cards as such, but they are Kadabras, and I did say every Kadabra card, so it counts. As for the Pokemon for the task, though, I did manage to get all 5. We've got the 151 Aerodactyl. We've got this Aerodactyl GX. An Aerodactyl EX, which is a really cool card. I like the artwork on that one. 151 Kabutops as well. Then this reverse holo Kabuto. It's nice. 151 Omastar. Omastar V. And finally, the one card that I did really want to get today was the Omanite Full Art from 151, which is a really lovely card, and I hope those scratches are on the top loader and not the card. Let's double check that, shall we? Yeah, lovely. Lovely jobbly. So, what else did I get today? As part of the deal, got a Caracosta. I thought that would come in handy later on when I'm collecting those Pokemon. We got a couple of Toxels for Becca. I have to say a big thank you to Becca as well for coming and looking after me and making sure I didn't have any mental breakdowns, because I wasn't far off at a couple of points. And then I got this Lugia V-Star as well. Some of these purchases I made because I just felt guilty about looking through some of these binders and not buying something, which is, I think, somewhere I need to toughen up a little bit. That's another thing I've learned, is that I feel obliged to buy something if I speak to someone, which shouldn't be a thing, but it is. I also got this Hops Zacian EX box. Not the most impressive box, but I wanted to have something to open today, because as much as I do like buying singles, and you know, it probably is more cost effective eventually, I get so much of my joy through opening packs. So I want to open some packs. So let's do it. So inside you've got Hops Wooloo and Hops Double, and of course Hops Zacian EX. We also of course have the Jumbo. All the Jumbos that I open on this channel can be yours if you want them, because I'm not really interested in them. All you have to do is follow me on Instagram and send me a message, and if you're the first person to do so, I'll get it sent to you. Got this nice photo sticker too, which is really cool. And pack-wise, 2 packs of Journey Together, 1 pack of Surging Sparks, and 1 pack of Obsidian Flame. Let's get these open now and see if we can end the video on a couple of pulls. I'm going to start with the Obsidian Flame now, and of course, code card for you. We've got Leaf Energy, so Tad Bulb, Numel, nice Windmill, Mawile, Togedemaru, Wug Trio, Kangaskhan, Whiscash, Reverse Holo Togetic, Reverse Holo Drampar, and Geeta. Let's do a journey together next. Code card. This time it's going to be fire. It's dark. Lotad, Nimble, Larvitar, Remoraid. What is this? Iris's Fighting Spirit, Virizion, Hop's Choice Band, Reverse Holo Durant, Reverse Holo Caterpie, and the Dunsparce EX. Nice. Okay, Surging Sparks. Code card. Okay. Dark again. So, Stunfisk, Shellos, Dedenne, Mankey, Grafii, Passimian, Coldorberry, nice, Reverse Holo, so Toddle, I really like that picture, that's nice, Reverse Holo, Charcadet, and this guy, what's his name? Serrano. Fair play to Serrano. And final pack today, journey together one more time. Code card, and it's going to be grass. Ooh. This guy, right? Fungus, Ends Clink, Lotad, Nimble, Copperaja, Ends Castle, Oinkoloink, Reverse Holo Iono's Kilowattrel, Reverse Holo Rockruff, and Butterfree. That's a really cute Butterfree card, to be fair. That is really nice. So nothing amazing from those packs, but it was still fun to open them all the same, and that's the point. So there we go. There was a point to this video as well, which is always nice. Definitely learnt some things about myself during this card show, and it hasn't put me off. I will be going to more. It was really good. It was really well run, really well organised. The vendors were lovely. I'm just weird, so it's something that I have to work on. The beer did help. My prehistoric Pokemon collection is off to a really good start, and I will be slowly building this as I go now. I will be doing a live stream at some point where we'll get them all together, what I've got so far, put them into a binder and plan the rest of the binder and how that's going to look. So keep an eye out for that. Next week, I will be back with the usual High Street head-to-head. It's semi-final time already. Can you believe that? Semi-final time already. And the first semi-final is Sports Direct /game/Fraser Plus versus HMV. So make sure that you're subscribed and you've hit the notification button, and I will see you there. Fuck's sake. I appreciate you probably had as hard a time watching that as I did making it. If you're still here, thank you so much. I just wanted to say that this YouTube channel is no cause of stress or anxiety for me. It's been an incredible outlet, and I'm really thankful to have it, and I'm thankful to have all of you. However, life is life, and it does get to us all. So, let's all just look out for each other a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you've liked, subscribed, and got the notification bell on, and I will see you next week.